So next, I'm going to move on to Melanie Stapleton from Tapton Youth Brass Band. What can I say? What areas of Europe haven't this brass band toured in? How many hundreds of children have they taken away? I can't hazard a guess, if I'm honest. They've been touring for over 20 years. The brass band is known as a touring band, and Melanie firmly believes this is why they are oversubscribed and why young people choose to take up a brass instrument and play as part of the band. It's a critical part of their reputation, which they aim to maintain. So I look forward to hearing what you've got to say to us today. Over to you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, I'll start then. Okay, hi everyone. It's really great to be able to take part in this because I am very passionate about touring and all the tours that we've done with our band. Our band, just to give you a rough idea, the age range is 12 to 22 years old. And I've been asked to talk to you today about what we get out of touring, and also a little bit about how we go about fundraising for it. So before I start, I'll just explain that I went to the band for a bit of input here when I was thinking about what to talk to you about today. And I went back through some of the comments that the band members had written to us at the end of each tour to see if there are any common themes there that I could pick out. And I also got back in touch with a lot of past members that I was still in touch with to see if now they're all grown up, whether they have a different perspective that they wanted to give me. So if I start quoting at you, that's where I've got this information from. So first of all, if I just want to talk about what does the band and the band members themselves get out of it? Well, first of all, it's a reason to practice. There's actually something to aim for when you announce a tour. There's a reason to improve and to get out of bed and come to the 8:30 rehearsal. We've noticed that the band becomes energized when we announce a tour, and all the individual members, they start to practice harder, they get better, and the ensemble just gets better. Having to create an hour's program as well is really good for the band because instead of just doing a quick set in a school concert, you've actually got to get an hour's worth of material ready, and that really brings the band on. We found there's nothing like a tour for helping the ensemble to get to know each other and to socialise with each other, especially outside their year groups, which doesn't happen quite so much in school. And we found that that's quite a nice aspect of touring, and it really bonds your ensemble as a unit. You've got the shared purpose beforehand, but then when you've got that shared experience of having been abroad and performed together, lifelong bonds they're just lifelong friendships. Some of the things that the band members have said to me, there are a few things I enjoy more or I'm more proud of than playing on tour in this fantastic band surrounded by people I will stay in touch with for many years to come. Another thing is the pride at seeing strangers enjoy their performance. This is something that one of the ex-band members got in touch to tell me about. He said, I always felt prouder and more sure of the band when playing on tour. Back home, the audience is pretty much parents and band supporters who will cheer whatever you do, but getting such a good reception from total strangers was really gratifying. And that's something I hadn't realised, but it stopped me in my tracks because it made me realise why performing on tour is so powerful. It instills a sense of responsibility in the band members as well. They're away from home, away from their parents, they're having to think for themselves for a little bit. And we always give every member of the band a responsibility during the week. So they might be picking up the litter off the coach, or they might be setting out the chairs for a concert, or handing out the uniforms, but everybody has something to do. So they develop a sense of responsibility. We've also noticed that the older ones take it upon themselves to look after the younger ones, which is really lovely. And that continues back at school. So there's really nothing better than a Y7 receiving a high five from a sixth former in the corridor to really boost that Y7 street cred. We've also found it gives them a lot more confidence around their peers, but also in making future choices. They've said things like, I feel way more confident in my playing and socialising after this tour. Before I went on tour, I was shy around strangers, but now I've acquired so much more confidence. And one person got in touch who used to be in the band, say experiences on tour made me feel more confident and comfortable going abroad, and meant I felt able to move to Hungary for my degree. But quite simply, you're giving them the best week of their lives. That's the common theme that comes through in all the comments that I read from the band. I wish this tour could last forever, and I can't wait for the next one. This tour has allowed me to see amazing places with lovely people, and I'm so grateful. It's always the highlight of my year. So that's what it does for the band, but what do we as staff get out of it? Well, we do get a hell of a lot of work out of it, it's true. But as Jason says, if you get the right team around you, you can delegate. And if you get that team behind you from the moment that you've booked, then really the workload is manageable. It's immensely rewarding. We've made memories that we will treasure forever. We don't do it for the thanks, but we do get the grateful thanks from the band members, many of whom have gone on to be good friends long after they've left the band and started their own families. Quite simply, it's the best thing that we've ever done with our time. I can't think of a better way of spending your energy than in creating a tour for young people or for anyone. And so if I've got any time left, I'll just quickly talk about nearly there. Okay. Yeah. I'll quickly talk about raising money, because we subsidise all our band members so that it's affordable. So every time we tour, we raise about £300 per person, which is about £12,000 for the group. So this is quite demanding, but it's a lot of fun. And when the kids sign up to the tour, we make them realise that they are committing in full to a year of heavy fundraising, and that's part of the deal. We do concerts, often local businesses will donate raffle prizes. We busk outside supermarkets at Christmas. This is a brilliant earner. If you get a rota going with lots of small groups, you can cover many hours, and we can raise anything between £200 and £300 an hour by doing that. We also do bag packing at supermarkets. Again, get a rota going with small groups. We can earn about £150 an hour. We hold quiz nights and we get the band members involved, serving food, fetching drinks, that kind of thing. We apply to charitable trusts for support. And there's also, the last thing I wanted to say was easy fundraising. If you've not heard of this, if you download that onto your mobile devices or onto your computer, then when you do any shopping through participating retailers, and there are a lot of them, they will donate a percentage of your spend to your charitable cause. So get all the parents doing this. It comes in drip drip, but in 18 months we've raised £650 just by doing nothing, basically shopping online. So that's really all I wanted to say, and I'd be very happy to take any questions at the end.
Oh, do you know what? I fell off my seat when you first told me how much you managed to raise to enable inclusion for all the participants on the tour, especially when you've got multiple siblings within a family. It's hugely inspiring. And it also, you explained to me, gives them a sense of earning their place on the tour. And the fact that you've gathered all that first-hand feedback is brilliant. Thank you so much.